If you had nothing to hide, you wouldn't feel anxious because what you see is what you get. Hey, here's me. But if you're hiding something, now there's attachment and aversion. You're attached to being perceived a certain way, and you're afraid that people will see certain aspects of you. Certain aspects that, due to the way that you've been conditioned, you've labeled as unacceptable. Now, objectively, it does not mean that it's unacceptable, but you think it is. What are you hiding? From them, from me? What are you afraid these lights are going to expose within you? Like, why is this not good enough? Why are you so ashamed to be seen? Like, I'm not worthy. Don't shine the lights on this gross, ugly, disgusting, shameful being. Ah! Why? Why does a part of you think you are that? As opposed to, yes, I'm the diamond. Why are you not a diamond?
As a kid, I was like this loud kid, this extroverted kid. And I was always trying to express myself, but I was always told to like be quiet and like hide because I'm too loud. And so I did. The more I grew up, the more I started to hide myself, and I was scared what people think. I was too scared to be too much for people.
Can anyone relate? Yeah. Okay. Great job, by the way, putting this out there.
Thank you.
And it is very common. And it does bring up a very key point when it comes to anxiety, or specifically social anxiety, meaning that confidence isn't something that you build up to or learn. It's something that you're born with, that you lose touch with due to the way that you've been raised. You disown it. So for you, come on up. Yeah, come on up. Let's do this. So you right now, we'll do a little role play. Are you ready?
Okay.
You are the version, and what is your name?
Julia.
Julia. You're the version of Julia who is expressive and silly, who she embodied as a child. Okay, so stand next to her, and I'll illustrate this. So from the moment you were born, loud, expressive, and silly. Something a lot of us have lost touch with, right? When's the last time any of you were silly? Probably a while. You're like, today, yes. That's why you're embodying her version of it. Now, say you two are playing together, having fun, and suddenly you're in school, as an example, and someone laughs. What did you say, Julia? What did you say? Everyone, she said that. Now, you have a choice. You're either going to stay true to you and own who you are, the silly aspect, the silly version of you, or you're going to reject her to fit in. And what do? Get away, silliness. And you can just take a step back and you come towards me. Yeah, come with the cool kids. Screw silliness. But what happens there? And why is everyone's face troubled? Because that is her. You reject parts of yourself to fit in with the crowd. Now here's the catch. This part of herself doesn't go anywhere because there's a chain. Because it's her. So where do you put it? You bury it inside of you. Get down there. Anyone see the movie Inside Out or Inside Out 2?
Yes.
There you go. I recently saw Inside Out 2, and it's the best movie I've seen in a very long time, by the way. It's the most simplified and amazing just illustration of this work, shadow work, you name it. Where ultimately, and let's take it a level further, we'll play this game. So Inside Out is ultimately a Disney movie where there's different characters that play different aspects of you, different emotions, so on and so forth, right? So here is silliness. She exists within Julia. Due to the external situations, Julia said, "Get out of here, silliness, you're gone." Okay? Now, due to the way that we've all been raised, there's multiple. There might be expressiveness. Stand up. Oh, there's expressiveness, everybody. Oh, charisma, expression, yes. Can you scream as loud as you can? Expressiveness. Get in the corner. That's why she sounds the way she sounds. She disowned. Get out of here. Now, let's pause here. And I really want to illustrate this because this is what we all do. Look at them. They exist within you. Try screaming as loud as you can again. Better, but then you stuffed it down. Look at expressiveness behind you. You shoved her back in. You let her out for a second, and then you laughed and shoved her back. To impress them? Why them? Why do you care about these blank faces that you don't even know, that you will never see again? And yet this is in you. Why?
Because I'm scared.
Of what? Of what? Tell them. What are you scared of? Right now, what's your mind saying? It's yelling about, what are you scared of? And stay with the emotions. You're doing amazing.
Thank you.
But stay with it. What are you scared of?
I don't know, but
Never say I don't know. Deep breath. Stay with it.
that no one can relate, that no one understands it,
Okay. Understands what exactly?
why I feel this way, and why I feel like it's wrong.
Explain it to us so we can understand. How do you feel and how is it wrong?
I feel like it's very hard to express myself
Mm-hmm.
because I feel like I strive for the approval from the outside. I was always looking for the approval from other people and from the, like, I strive for the love from other people, and I forget to love myself even though I think I do.
Okay. That, which, respect, stay with the feeling, is the most cookie cutter, mainstream, most boring, and everyone says it, thing I've ever heard in my life. It's the McDonald's of what's going on within us. Meaning, do you really think that's just you? That is everyone here. Now, that doesn't get to the cause, to be clear, but call out that inner voice when it BS's you. No one understands me. No one knows what it's like to not be able to express themselves. Really? Do none of you know what it's like? Should we test some people? Scream as loud as you can.
Woo!
Not bad.
Hey! Oh!
Oh, does she understand you? She can't even do it, and you did it. This is ammo for your ego. No one understands me. I'm the worst. I can't express myself. And someone's like, don't even point. There's worse off than me? Yeah, there are. And there's worse off than her. And worse off and worse off. Your ego hates that, though. Because our ego, what is it like? Separation. It's just me. No. So that's one. But two, what happens and why is it so scary if you don't get approval? Why do you need it so badly? It won't change you. It won't do anything. We all chase it. And this is personally, and to be fair, I've gone through all the stages myself. I know what it's like. I know what it's like. I know what it's. I've been through the ups and downs, meaning I've had zero approval, so scared. I've also gotten approval and felt so empty. It means nothing. Like literally the majority of my message here is stop chasing phantoms. It's like imagine you were born in a reality where everyone's just chasing dirt. Like, let me eat dirt. And you're like, why? Why? I care so much. What if I don't get the dirt, Julien? You don't understand. I'm like, but it's dirt. Julien, I really need that dirt. I need that dirt. But it's dirt. Like, for real. How do you think they're going to save you? Like, let's, for 5 seconds, everyone, give her as much validate, cheer and clap. Like, let's give her the validation. Now, Did it heal you? Did it change you? Did it fix you? No. So it really doesn't matter. Let's flip side it. 5 seconds booing. Did it change you? That's what you're after. That is what is running us. What do people think? What will they say? Doesn't matter what they think or say. What if they like me? Doesn't matter. What if they don't like me? Doesn't matter. You're ultimately you. And here's the illusion, here's the trap that we fall for, is that you think that what you're after is out there. If enough people love me, or if one person really loves me, I'll feel whole. If someone doesn't love me, it will diminish me. But it's not out there. Where is it?
Inside of me.
It's there. You rejected these parts of you, and you're hoping that other people will complete you. But it's not out there. It's in here. It's not seeking it out there. Do you like me, everybody? It's about turning the mirror around and asking yourself, what are the parts that I rejected? And how can I re-own them? So let's start with one, expression. Come on, expression, come on up. First of all, how do you feel seeing expression here in front of you? What was that?
Good.
Okay. How does it feel knowing you're going to have to embody expression right now?
It's scary, but...
Why is she scary? She's right here. How does it feel knowing you're going to have to scream or perhaps sing at the top of your lungs? Here's expression.
Because I'm not used to it anymore, but I'm
Tell her.
also looking forward.
Tell her. She's what you're going to have to embody. You ready to scream as loud as you can, sing as loud as you can?
Yes.
Are you?
I think so.
Why is there perhaps some resistance or tension? What's so bad about expression? Look, she's awesome. What's wrong with her? How does she threaten you? Tell her. Why did you reject her? Deep breaths. Stay with it.
Because it made me feel like I'm less likable when people see and hear me.
Yeah. Now, great awareness. Could that happen? You're less likable if you express yourself, yes or no? Yes. Yeah, of course. But here's the thing. You rejected you to be more likable out there. And that's the mistake we all make. Yeah, expressing yourself doesn't necessarily make you likable. But I'd rather be rejected by everyone out there than in here. I would rather all of them, and you should too, reject you, but you stay true to you. And you succumb to peer pressure as most of us do. We always think school bullies, right? Look, all the bullies, like all of us succumb to peer pressure. My parents want this of me, so to succumb to the peer pressure of my parents, I'm going to disown parts of me. My friend, my relationships, strangers, no. Stop succumbing to peer pressure. What you're after isn't out there. It's okay if people don't like you. It's okay if people don't resonate with you. Not everyone thinks and feels like you. All of us are different. None of us here will agree on the same things all the time. What you're wishing for, if that's what you hope for, is a world of mirrors. Would all of us agree on the best movie of all time?
Yes.
So who's right? Who's wrong? All right? Who's right? Who's wrong? We will all disagree. Harry Potter. Now, what we do, and we're going to go deeper on this, is we create a whole story about what it means about us. But at a most basic level, the start of this work is I'm no longer going to compromise who I am to fit in out there. Now, that doesn't mean on the flip side being inconsiderate about people out there. Of course not. But it means if you were faced with the choice, Either get rejected out there or get rejected in here. Choose out there. So, are you willing to welcome her back?
Yeah.
What if they all reject you for welcoming her back?
Doesn't matter.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Scream as loud as you can.
Ah!
Whoa. Nice. Look at that. Amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
What are you feeling? What's that voice saying right now?
I'm relieved.
Beautiful. And I will point out, that is the feeling that you should all follow. Relief. Not happy, by the way. Meaning you could feel even worse emotionally, but there's a subtle sense of relief, meaning I can be and feel more of me. That's it. Even if everyone laughs, well, at least I was able to be more of me. You ready for step 2?
Yeah.
Silliness, come on up. Can we welcome her? Is it okay? We embodied expression. No, right in the middle, silliness. Come on up. When did you disown her? And why? And tell her, when did you reject her to fit in? Succumb to peer pressure.
I guess it was in primary school when people started thinking that, now you have to become cool, like have a lot of friends, and I never had a lot of friends. And I always tried to fit in, and that's why I had to leave my silly side, kind of.
Yeah.
Or at least hide it.
What's scary or threatening about welcoming silliness back? Say right now you have to do a little dance like. What's scary about that? How does that threaten you?
It doesn't really.
For the fun of it, you. Yeah, come on up. We'll do a little homage at Inside Out too. You are going to embody her anxiety. Bring it in. Stand right there behind her. Okay? You are her protector. Meaning, you better make sure she's cool. You better make sure she fits in. And the challenge for you is don't give the real answer, really play into the role. I want you to act it out. Imagine you are her anxiety, meaning I am your biggest enemy. Because I'm like, silliness, come on in. For you, that's like, no.
Can I talk?
Yes. So the question for you, and stand right next to her, you're the protector. Hey, silliness, you ready? How does that threaten you? Tell her.
Are you sure you want to do this? What is everyone gonna think about you? Look at them. They're looking at you. You really want to do that? I'm not really sure.
Go on, silliness, go on. And welcome each other back, welcome. And be silly. Yeah, good job. Let's make sure you really embodied her. Be silly. Okay. I feel like that was like 0.1% of silliness.
Oh, really?
Think back to the child version of you who truly embodied silliness, who was free, who was wild, who was crazy, who didn't care, who would walk into a new environment and not worry about what are all the people thinking of me. You're just a kid. You're like, this is me. Can you embody a bit more of that?
Yeah.
Do it. There we go. Nice. Okay. Now, test. This is great. 10 out of 10, but it's safe. Draw something that isn't so safe, that some people will like and some people won't like. Draw something that's personal, that's not so safe, that's just out there, that threatens parts where it's like I'm putting my heart on a sleeve. Because what you just drew is the same thing speech-wise, of me just coming up here, dressed in like a black shirt, black jeans, saying, hey everyone, welcome to the live event. You gotta believe in yourselves and really believe in yourselves, and accountability is very important. But it's just cookie cutter safe. Like no one's gonna be mad about that, right? Everyone, accountability, confidence. It's not triggering. But what I'm doing here is quite triggering. It's calling people out. It's putting myself out there. It's also putting myself out there where I'm gonna go first. I mean, look, I'm wearing the feathers. It's triggering. What's your version of the feathers? You are a great drawer, by the way.
Thank you.
So that's quite impressive. Okay. Why an elephant? But why an elephant?
You said,
Out of everything you could draw, why an elephant?
you said I should draw something personal, and
Tell them. Why would you pick an elephant?
there's been like a song about a blue elephant where someone is talking about that you should like question your beliefs and who you are or who you pretend to be, and it was all like with the blue elephant. It's not blue, it's red, but
Can I see the pen real fast?
yeah.
So this is a beautiful elephant.
Thank you.
However, there's now a poisonous snake. Coming right out with the tongue. And it's about to bite the elephant. What do? It's coming! The snake is coming! Oh, what happened? Did you just shoot it? Did you shoot my snake?
Yeah.
And blood is shooting out everywhere, all over the elephant. It's covered in blood. And not just that, but there's a baby elephant who's licking the blood up right there off the big elephant. Now what?
I'm gonna wipe it off.
Wipe it off?
Yes.
Okay, but bats swarm in. Vampire bats, and they're seeing all the blood. And they're like, oh my God, we want more blood. Draw a wall, block the bats.
Now, before things start getting intense here, if you're looking to go through a similar process yourself and receive direct feedback from me personally, no matter where you find yourself in the world, then click the link below this video right now and apply for online coaching. This is my signature program, so click the link and I'll see you in there.
This here is what I do with my daughters, by the way. I'm like, here's a pond and here's a duck that comes. And I'll throw in the snake and she'll like, here's a wall. But what if sharks come out of the water? And she's like, and we create and we play and it's silly and it's fun and we don't think and we just be and exist and we express. Yet we all lose touch with that. Notice here, it's like draw something. I don't know what to draw. What's the appropriate thing? Fuck the appropriate thing. It doesn't matter. Worst case is people are gonna be like, oh, I don't agree. But regardless, people are not going to agree. That's the thing. Embody it. That's you. Be silly. Stop disowning silliness. Now, here's the flip side for you. We re-owned expression. We re-owned silliness. But who did we reject in the process?
Anxiety.
Ooh, she's sad in the corner. Let's bring her up. Anxiety, come on up. It's time to have that talk. Julia, here's your anxiety. How do you feel about her? This is the anxiety that has been hijacking you and holding you back in so many areas of your life. What do you want to tell her? Truth. Don't right answer it, real answer it. What comes up? It's screaming inside. Right there. The one holding back. Don't speak up. Don't draw the elephant.
I have love for it.
Why? Really?
Because
She's the enemy. This is called the No Anxiety Tour.
yeah, I mean, like I have empathy for it. I understand, but
Why are you not telling them? Why are you still looking? Yeah, look here, Julia. Anxiety's still holding. Look at them. How can you love the enemy?
because I was looking for love from the outside. And
That's you. How do you understand? Tell us. Why do you feel compassion for this? And great job, by the way. And we're going to flip it. We're going to expand on this. But for now, why do you feel compassion for this? She held you back. She got you to a point where you came to an event like this with Feather Boy. What kind of extreme pain must you have been in to show up for this? And look. Beautiful. Here's one for you, anxiety. You can both have one. How do you understand her? How do you feel compassion for her, the enemy?
Well, because I used to feel that way.
How is she good? How is she helping you? Tell us.
She's not.
Really? Why?
When I feel anxious, I feel like I'm secure.
So she is helping you feel secure.
But it's not true.
But she's still helping you.
Yeah, but it's temporarily.
Doesn't take away from the fact she's helping you.
But she pushes away expression and silliness.
How does that help you?
I think staying in my comfort zone and not leaving it.
Fitting in out there.
Yes.
So she does help you. More so, she helps your ego.
Yeah.
But this is the key thing to take away too. Anxiety is actually on your side. The things you hate about you the most are actually there to help you. But you're not on the same page. Meaning, part of you is like, I want to be silly. I want to express myself. Yes! And another part of you is like, that's dangerous. We got hurt in the past when we did that. No! So you have these teams within you fighting against each other, pulling you in different directions. Now, this opens the door to this type of work and links back to what I talked about before with Inside Out 2. Meaning, watch the first, which is, decent. Number 2, masterpiece. Number 2, there is a character called anxiety. And not to spoil, but I'm going to spoil a little bit because it's still worth watching. But ultimately, there's different characters playing different emotions in this girl in that movie. And the first one, it's the basic emotions like anger, fear, joy, etc. The second movie, anxiety kicks in, right? The girl hits puberty and it gets a bit more complex. So anxiety comes in, boredom comes in, so on and so forth. And anxiety steals the show. And not just that, but in the movie, it gets more complex where they introduce the idea of core beliefs, which I've talked about for years. And 1% of me thinks the writer watched my videos and made the movie of me. But, I'm joking. Or am I? But they plant these core beliefs. And at first, before anxiety kicks in, you see them plant all these beliefs, and the main character has this belief tree that grows, and the underlying assumption is, I'm a good person. And everything's filtered through that. Anxiety kicks in, and suddenly it's like, well, look, your friends are going to ditch you for another team. You got to fit in. You got to betray this, and trying to ultimately do all these terrible decisions to fit in. It's ultimately fueling the ego. And they disown the other ones, and they create this new belief tree, and they're like, look, we did all the right things, and suddenly the belief tree activates, and instead of I'm a good person, anxiety thinks it's going to be like so much better, but what's the assumption? I'm not good enough. And let that land for all of you. The actions you're taking, gotta protect, gotta fit in, da-da-da. Even if you do well, what's the underlying assumption? I'm not good enough. Then it baffles anxiety. To recap at the end, they get rid of the I'm not good enough belief tree. And they put back in the I'm a good person belief tree, but it doesn't work. Why? Because that's the other side of the shadow. I'm not good enough, I'm a good person. But even if you're hanging on to I'm a good person, you're disowning everything that's not aligned with that. And in the end, and this is why it's so beautiful, and it illustrates shadow work and inner child work and self-love, is they get rid of the I'm a good person and they let it all flow out. And the tree starts changing to I'm a good person, I'm not good enough. I'm confident, but sometimes I'm anxious. I want to do well, but sometimes I don't. I love myself, but sometimes I hate myself. And it's ultimately this tree that evolves and changes and shows all the different aspects of ourselves. And what do all the emotions do? They go in and hug it. And that's what all of us must do with ourselves. Meaning, yes, you're great, but sometimes you're not. You care about others, but sometimes you're selfish. You're confident, sometimes you're anxious. And just be there for every aspect. And that's the message. And that's the thing. You can go from super anxious to watching all these videos saying, be fearless. But what does that promote? Disowning fear. And fear is also helpful. No, it's not that. It's about changing your relationship with it. Meaning, first of all, understand them. How is anxiety trying to help me, even though I might not see it out there? Well, it's helping me by trying to fit in. But then it's telling anxiety, look, we don't need to fit in there. This is not a situation where you need to take the lead. It doesn't matter what people think or don't think. And it's changing the relationship. So it's welcoming those aspects you want to welcome and welcoming the aspects you're trying to get rid of. It's welcoming it all. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
For everyone, does that make sense? Yeah. Okay. But it does mean also pausing and not being so quick to disown the things you don't like so much about you. Meaning there's always a hidden payoff. Now, well, it's the writer of Inside Out too. It's on me. But thank you. Now, bringing everyone together. So, self-expression, come on up here. Anxiety, you're here. Silliness, you're here. Julia, you're here. Right in the middle, so you're going to stand right in front. Everyone behind. Imagine right now, just to get a glimpse of it, is this going to fix her, heal her, change her? No. Deep inner work needs to be done, because this is a surface illustration. The other component is that there are two worlds inside of you, conscious, subconscious, layers of resistance. It's a process you must go through to uncover and understand all these different aspects of you. But this at least shows you the way. It gives you a glimpse. It shows you the model and can give you a glimpse of what it feels like to embody everything that is you. It'll be temporary, but you can use this as ammo against your ego when it kicks in again, saying, you can't. I want you to imagine turning around, look at each of them. Here's expression. Do you welcome expression?
Yes.
Here's anxiety, the enemy. Do you welcome anxiety?
Yes.
What if anxiety is not an enemy? It's just someone who's not on the same page as you. It's someone who's trying to help you, but you don't know or understand how they're trying to help you. Can you get on the same page again? Here's silliness. Do you welcome her?
Yes.
Now, turning around, embodying all that is you, reminding yourself that they're there with you, behind of you. Mm-hmm. Let's do to the crowd, and remembering, it doesn't matter what they think. Stay true to what's behind you. Stay true to what's you. I want a scream that's expressive and silly.
Okay.
And reminding anxiety that here is not a situation where we're going to die. I want the silliest, most loud and expressive and ultimately most Julia scream we've ever heard. Where if ChatGPT heard that scream and analyzed it, it's like, Julien Frankfurt. Ready? Embodying it. 3. And last thing, look at them. They're all there supporting you. All these parts, all these aspects are on your side. Mm-hmm. 3, 2, 1. Did you stay true to them?
Yeah, I think so. No.
Who's holding back right now the most? Say, let go a bit. Can you give her permission to let go a bit? Can you let go a bit? 20 times. I want your body into it. I want, like, younger you.
Okay.
Young age, 3, 4, 5 years old, loud, running on. It's like, woo! It's like, it comes from the soul. We feel it. Summon that. Look at that feather. This is your ego. Go! More! More! Keep going! Keep going! Yes. Now look at them and loudest scream of your life. Oh, there we go. Yes. Now, final thing before we go deeper. And we'll move on, don't worry. What's your mind saying? What's your mind saying right now? And massive respect. That was amazing.
Thank you.
What's it saying?
Whoa.
Okay. Ask it, why didn't you let me be this sooner? What does it say?
Because it's unusual.
Yeah. What's bad or scary about being unusual?
That people are going to judge.
What's bad or scary about that?
That they're not going to love me.
Why do you need them to?
To feel good about myself.
But here's the thing, and this ties it all together. Your ego convinces you all of them need to love you. They don't. Who needs to love you?
Me.
Yes. Who's more important, them or them? That's right. It's you. What you're seeking, and this is for all of you, what you're seeking out there, you're craving it in here. It doesn't matter if 100 people love you. You're ultimately trying to delegate self-love. If enough people love me, I love myself. Start here. If enough people approve of me, it's all inside out. Inside out 1 and 2. Not outside in. Get it? So, last thing. All of you can stand up right next to her. And all together, loudest scream of your life. 3, 2, 1. Now, good job. Everyone up. Up, 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 up. Now, your story, and just to test, who resonated with this? Raise your hand. Yes. This resonates. It might not be the exact same, but different aspects within us, we all repress it. Taking in what you just witnessed here, this whole example, what would be your version of screaming now, where it's not holding back, it's not forcing being loud, like over the top, but it's a really a relaxing, an unleashing, a feeling of relief while being loud. Everyone, scream as loud as you can. 3, 2, 1. Give yourselves a hand. Have a seat, have a seat. Expression, massive respect, have a seat. Anxiety, you did great, have a seat. Silliness, amazing, have a seat. And everyone, Julia, give her a hand. Take it in, arms out, yes. You did amazing. Take this with you, for real.
I will.
Last thing I said is take it with you, meaning you will forget, your ego will seep in. It's different. It was the Julien event that, no, be this, embody this. And here's the beauty. As you embody this, it reminds people of it. Meaning, if any of you were ever, you're here, you're attracted to my content, my teachings, me, you're here willing to sit down and take this seriously. Literally. Why is that? Because beyond the surface, which you could have been like, this guy weird next. But you didn't, meaning a part of you resonated with it. Not necessarily this, because this is my version of it. This is what I'm into. This is what I find funny and expressive. But a part of you resonated because it reminded you of something that you forgot, something that you lost. Now, does that mean you have to wear feathers and gloves? No. The key question with everything I talk about, which you should be asking yourself, is what is my version of this? What did that younger version of me, being the hero of my own movie, my own story, what did that feel like? What was that like? And why did I lose touch with this? And stop waiting for permission. And that's what we all do. We think that maybe if I make enough money, I can finally be that version of me. Maybe if enough people like me, I'll be that version of me. Screw that. You're putting the cart before the horse. Go first. You want people to get to know you, see you, whatever you're into? Go first. It's not outside in, it's
Inside out.
give her a hand. Yes. Bring it in. Amazing.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Now, what you just watched here is just a small piece of a larger system and process. So what you want to do now is click this video here to see exactly what I'm talking about and how it all fits together.